Are you looking to rank your Shopify website at the top of local search results? Great. In this video, I'm going to show you quickly and easily and straightforward everything you need to know about how to get the pages of your website built on Shopify to rank at the top of local search results. Now, why is this so important? Because the better that you rank in local search results and the better your website ranks, the more customers you get, the more leads you get, the more people you have buying from your Shopify site. So everything I'm going to show you is going to be geared around, hey, when you build a page on your site, how do you optimize that to rank as high as possible for local SEO? And I'm going to draw on my 15 years of experience actually helping thousands of local business owners grow their local SEO. And I've seen the results firsthand. When you optimize your pages for local SEO, it drives a ton of relevant traffic, which drives more leads and sales for your business. So let's jump right in and get started. But first, there's a really common mistake that most small business owners make that actually stunts your growth and wastes all your effort from the very beginning. So let me start with that so that you don't make the same mistake. Here's what happens. They think about a topic and they think, oh, I want to rank for this, but it doesn't actually make sense. I was actually just talking to a store that wanted to rank for baked treats. And it actually, well, I was like, why do you want to rank for baked treats? And they said, well, because I have a pet bakery. Said, well, okay, well, nobody's going to search baked treats if they're trying to get to a pet bakery. And they're like, okay, then I want to rank for pet bakery. And I was like, okay, well, nobody really searches pet bakery. And I pulled up this report I'm about to show you and said, look, nobody really searches pet bakery. And then they were like, well, what should I do? I was like, well, you want to rank for pet treats. That's actually what you want to do. So they almost put all this effort into ranking for baked treats, which a human's going to search looking for baked treats. Google's not going to bring up a dog food pet bakery. And then they wanted to search for pet bakery and put all this effort into ranking a page for that when nobody actually searches that. And then lastly, we said, well, pet treats. Lots of people in your area search for pet treats. Let's focus on building pages that rank for that because your catalog's not doing it on its own. And I'll show you a report, so stick around to the end to show you how you can tell if your catalog or your product pages are ranking and why you need these landing pages so badly to grow your local SEO. So anyway, we ended up going for pet treats, and then on their pet treats page, they showcased their pet bakery, and that led to a bunch of sales and business. So you got to think these things through. So this is the first example. What I'm going to use is I'm going to pretend that I'm a hardware store owner. I've got this site, this dev site set up called Brightman's Hardware. And what I'm going to do is a common service that hardware stores offer is key cutting, right? So I just whittled this down. If you haven't seen my other ones on keyword research, check those out. But I went and I looked in Denver, Colorado area, how many people search for key cutting. And it looks like average monthly searches are between 100 and 1,000. That's great. Those are potential customers that you could draw in to become your customer and come to your hardware store for key cutting and then maybe buy a whole bunch of other stuff and turn into a loyal customer of your hardware store. So it's definitely worth it to build a page for that. But see what I did? I made sure that there's actually search volume there in the first place. And then I looked at what the actual keyword that somebody would search is, and then I made sure people were searching that in my area before I even proceed to the next step. So I just used Google Keyword Planner to do this. It's the best spot to get started and it's free. So just create an account and you can do all sorts of research to see what keywords you should target. All right, then I go into my Shopify store, and the first thing I'm going to do, I'll just go back at the spot here, is add a page. Now, even Shopify is telling you, hey, make sure you do this for search engines because Shopify knows that search engine optimized pages lead to more sales for Shopify stores, which means you're going to use Shopify even longer, right? So that's why they're telling you that right before you even go to start a page. All right, now the first thing I'm going to do if I want to have a page that ranks for key cutting is I'm going to be very conscious of this title that I put in. And this title should be Key Cutting Services in Denver, Colorado, right? And you see how I actually added in my full website, my full keyword, and I localized it. So that's the other thing too, is you always want to localize your keyword. See how I put in Denver, Colorado? So I have key cutting services in Denver, Colorado. So I'm staying very specific to my actual keyword. Now, the next thing I did, and you can do this if you want, or you can actually go and type something up, is I just went to ChatGPT. And I just explained to it, hey, please write me copy for a landing page for my hardware store, at least 750 words. I'm trying to target key cutting in Denver, Colorado. And then I provide a little context about my hardware store. You can provide even more. And then it gave me well-optimized content. And you're going to see something that happens in this. So you can see experience, it's talking about here, Denver, Colorado, key cutting solutions. It's using it in the H's. So I'll show you what that looks like when I paste this over, but it's using this in the headline tags. It's being very descriptive about the different types of things that we offer here. And again, the more context you give to ChatGPT, the better. But here's a warning too. So it also shows visit our store, select your key. It walks you through the process. This is all great copy. But then it did this funny thing here, SEO optimized content. So it kind of said because we rank high and have an SEO optimized page is why you should choose us. That's a pretty goofy thing to put in there. So I'm going to edit that when I copy it over. So that's why you always have to check the work of the AI. But other than that, this provided me a really well optimized page. Now there's a couple things I am going to change about this, which are pretty important. So as I go over here, I'm going to paste this copy over. Now notice this is a very copy rich page. If you've seen my other videos, you know that Google reads text on a web page. And so you want to have a really copy rich page, just a lot of writing about what you do. One of the biggest mistakes that most people make is they don't have very much text on their page. It doesn't give Google very much to read about your business. Now with ChatGPT and other tools, there's really no excuse. You can have copy generated for you that is going to help your page rank. So here's what I'm going to change. So it has this welcome to Brightman's Hardware. I don't need that. Okay. I'm going to get rid of that and just start with your trusted partner for key cutting in Denver, Colorado. Now, this isn't keyword stuffing. This is just using this stuff correctly and in context. Now, the rest of this is all looking good. I'm going to flip this over so we can see the code. Do you see this H3? So that means it's the headline, right? So these are headlines and we're using key cutting and we're using Denver, Colorado in these headlines. That's really important. Not only are we using it throughout the text to talk really specifically about the service that we offer, but we're also using those keyword terms that we're trying to target in the headers, right? Which makes a lot of sense because Google's going to put weight on those. So then I scroll down here. I'm actually this SEO optimized content. I'm just going to say, we hope you choose us for key cutting in Denver, Colorado. So let's just get rid of all this and just say Brightman's Hardware ranks at the top, not because of our advanced key cutting solutions, but due to our customer and deep roots in our concept. That's fine, right? Ranks in the top in the minds of customers. There we go. So now we've got really great copy in here written. So I'm just going to save that quick so we can save all the work we've done. Now stay around because I'm going to show you some tips that are really critical to make this all work. So now as I scroll down here, I'm going to go to edit website SEO next. And I really like this title. So we can see the search engine listing preview here. So you can see the title that you select is what's going to be in the search results. So you can see for me, if somebody is searching key cutting services in Denver, Colorado, right? What is that actual website result they're going to see? Well, they're going to see key cutting services in Denver, Colorado. So it's important not just for the search engine with that title tag, that's called the title tag, that's the page here, but it's also important for the human being who's going to see that, right? Because they just searched that key cutting services in Denver, Colorado. So they just searched that, and now what result are they going to click on? They're going to click on the one that says the exact same thing that they just searched for, right? So that's first and foremost. Now it's already going to pop in some of this for me. That's a little bit long. I don't know if I really need 320 characters. I probably want a little bit less than that, but I'm going to back this up and then just say, I like this, your trusted partner for key cutting in Denver, Colorado. See that? I used that again. We are an experienced key cutting services. Okay, awesome. And then I like this too. We understand how essential it is. Great. So now I'm going to save that. So now I've got a nice description. And again, I've used key cutting in Denver, Colorado in the description. And then I've talked about, some reasons why you should click on this page if the person does read a little bit of this, right? Because we'd often read that meta description to decide which website to click on. All right. So now I've saved that as well. Now I'm going to get into a really nice trick and tip that comes next. Okay, now let's talk about 3 more things you should definitely do to help make sure that this page ranks. So the next thing you should do is definitely add a photo, and you should add a photo in a specific way. So maybe it just depends on your template. I'll just add one here to just show you, but each template's a little bit different. But I just went to Canva and I created this photo called key cutting service, right? And so what I'm going to do now is go back to my page and I'm going to upload the photo. So I'm going to go here, add an image, and I'm just going to grab this key cutting service image, and then it's uploading. Once it uploads, now I'm going to select that, and then done, and then add it. With this image, I'm going to do something critical. I'm going to double click it. And then do you see this image alt text right here? Now, this is what helps other people or people with disabilities who can't read this naturally be able to see or understand the image using a screen reader, right? So what I'm going to put in here is I'm going to put in picture, or well, I guess I don't need to say picture. They already know it's an image. Person cutting, doing key cutting in Denver, Colorado. Okay, see, so now I've done two things. I've made this image more accessible for somebody using a screen reader, but now I've also built in keywords into this image because I've added alt text, and Google reads the alt text associated with images, right? So now I'm done with that. So now I've added that, and now it's been edited. So you can see that I've got more keywords added in there to this actual image. The next thing I should do is go and check on YouTube and see if there's any relevant videos, or if I record a video, use something relevant, right? It doesn't hurt to actually record a video, add it to YouTube, and again, use the right tags and stuff. You'll want to check out the other videos I have on how to optimize a local business video for YouTube. But make a video of your key cutting section, introduce who works there, show the different key options that you have, just like this person did. But I'll just use their video for an example. And now I'm just going to copy this video and I'm going to bring it over. It's going to do two things for you. And you decide where to put this. You could put it at the end. You could put it right here. You know, maybe I'll put it under this headline, but you're going to want to add in a video too. So let me insert video, and then it's going to ask me for the embed snippet. So that's not that link. I'm going to go right here to the embed snippet, and I'm going to copy that instead. And then I'm going to paste the embed snippet and insert the video. And now I've got this video. So it's going to do two things. Number one, it's going to add more relevance. So Google's going to see that linked YouTube video on the page and understand more context. Hey, there's more key cutting context. And then the other thing that's going to happen is a person's going to stay on that page longer, right? And they're going to enjoy that page more, which is going to send more positive signals to Google because they're going to sit there and watch the video on the page too. All right. And then the last thing you're going to do, if you don't have Whitespark or another tool, I'll put the link in the description again for a free trial, but you need to check the ranking of your pages. So just like this local hardware store that we work with, like paint and supplies is a search that's important. So now you can see, hey, if somebody searches for paint and supplies, do the web pages that we built for them come up, and you can see, hey, paint and supplies page comes up, the paint and supplies collection page on their Shopify store comes up, and then they've got their dealer locators that come up as well. So use a tool like Whitespark, and if again, check out my tutorial on how to set this all up, but use a tool like this to actually see if your page now ranks in local search results, and then see how it changes over time. So you're going to want to get this report on a monthly basis to make sure that your pages that are targeting the keywords you care about are ranking and are improving over time. And that's it. That's how you optimize a Shopify page for local SEO. Click on the link below to like and subscribe for this video, and we'll catch you in more videos as we keep teaching you how to create more visibility and grow traffic for your local business. Thanks so much for joining me. We'll catch you in the next video.